So today we're going to be going through the main things and the basic parts of running ads on Facebook/Meta. So it goes from Facebook over to Instagram. And Laurel Lee will go into all of that a little bit more. But our goal for you is to be seen, but also to be consistently booked. Because when we're consistently booked, we have guaranteed income coming in. So we all want that because everybody is talking about these times and, they're struggling with clients, struggling with money. So we need to be seen and visible online. And then that flows into being consistently booked and converting clients into paying clients. So welcome everybody. We'll be going through Facebook Meta ads, and it's like turning up the volume on your brand. So instead of trying to reach everyone, today you're going to learn how to laser focus on your target audience. And we will get really clear on exactly who your target audience is. And this is going to make it super easy for when you go into doing your brand creation. And you want to attract the ones that are going to value you, book you, and the ones that are going to keep coming back. So I call them our high value clients because they're the ones we want to chase and attract. Well, not chase, but they're the ones we want to attract rather than ones that want to come to you because you're cheap. So I always say cheap attracts cheap. So I don't like to do discounts and promos and things like that. It's always about adding value and you being really clear on exactly who you are and showing that with the world so you attract your target audience beautifully to you. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Angela Rose. I'm an independent hairdresser myself, and now I educate and mentor independent hairdressers. We've got an education program called The Academy, where we go through and we do education coaching calls like this every Monday. So if you want to know more about that, reach out. And we've got wonderful Laurel Lee today. She is our ads expert. She's been running ads for myself. We've been trying and testing and having some great success with it. And she's been having so much success herself with her own online business. So I wanted to invite her on to give you guys as much free information so you can take this away and create ads yourself. But if you're after help and support, she's here for you as well to help you with your own ads. So congrats on your salon too, by the way. It looks
Thank you.
amazing.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, to have an upgrade?
Oh, of course. So the prize of not being visible online with like zero visibility, because if clients don't see you, then how are they going to find you? So if you're not showing up, you're missing out on a massive opportunity. So just to put it in perspective of dollar figures, like one missed client per week, and if they were paying $200 a week, you might charge more than that, you might charge less than that, but if it was $200 a week, that's $10,400 per year it's costing your business for not being visible online. So it is really important to be seen online. So our goal for you is to be fully booked and fill those gaps in your diary. Word of mouth will get you so far in business, and I love word of mouth. It's amazing, but it will only get you so far. And especially if you're going to a new area, you need to be showing up in that local area and attracting your target audience. This is where Facebook ads and Meta can come in. So your ads are like your digital shop front and they're your voice in the crowd. So being able to speak directly to your target audience, and they make sure that your message reaches your target audience. The other thing I really wanted to talk about just briefly before I hand it over to Laurel Lee is that home salons, freelance hairdressers, and oh, we've got double Sue, and I've got two of you, and mobile hairdressers, we don't have large shop fronts. So and we don't have large signages and things like that. So how do people find you? So if you're not showing up online, if you're not in the right places, then people aren't going to find you. And especially if you're a renter chair in a salon that's already existing, like they're going to promote their business and then you're just another little business within that business. So if people don't know who you are and you don't have a really clear brand clarity and a brand voice, and people don't know exactly how to find you, then you're going to be missed. So that's just another thing just to be really aware of. There's so many freelancers and independent hairdressers out there, which is amazing, but you really need to step forward and become the brand and be really visible online for people to find you. All right, so that's it from me. I'm going to hand it over to Laurel Lee.
Everybody, thanks for having me here. Everything that you said, and is totally correct. Like, if you don't know what you're saying or why the purpose behind everything you're saying, you're basically just throwing things out into the wind. So yeah, that's very, very important. I'll just share my screen.
One of my other questions is, how do you get more people following your page as well? Like, how do you get
more followers growing?
Yeah,
super, super good one. I will touch on that for you, Tanya, especially because as you said, you're moving to a new place, so you want that's what exactly you want. So can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Why? Yeah, perfect. So why ads? So basically, how I came to ads, a bit about me. So I came into performing ads or getting into Meta about 2 years ago. I am a network marketer and I spent about $15,000 on ads. I've tried, I've tested, I've done all the things. And I guess the important aspect here to note is that this is something, a part of your business that you're always going to grow, you're always going to learn, and you're always going to implement, because as we know, technology changes. You know, we've had the generation of AI, and then, you know, different aspects. Meta likes to change their rules and how they do things. So we want to run ads because we want to reach our right ideal client, as I like to say. You want to reach them faster, you want to get your message across, and you want to run them 24/7. So you're constantly having people either in your inbox or following your page or following your story. And, you know, it saves you time and effort as well, because you're not having to predominantly always post content to try and get your clients or word of mouth or a share or a follow to bring clients to you. So you're pretty much attracting it to them. So how do you know you want to do ads? Well, for one, you have the space and the capacity to do so. You're not currently, you know, it's too much. You also need to be in the right mind space to do so as well. You need to have your clear offer. You need to know exactly how you want to talk to your clients, what you're offering, and how you can offer your services. And you have the budget to invest as well. Like, it can be as simple as $5 a day, all the way up to however you want to scale it. But it's knowing that you are investing into ads for your business, because there was a long time there where I just threw up an ad and was like, yep, it'll do the job. It didn't. All of those ads didn't work because I wasn't invested in the ad. I wasn't invested in my numbers. I wasn't invested in the data. I wasn't invested in, I would be like, oh, it's not working, turn it off, put up a new one. Oh, it's not working, turn it off. Oh, ads aren't working for me. That mindset will not bring you anything in your business, whether it's ads, whether it's content, whether it's anything that you do in your life. So that's one thing that I have noticed dramatically. And you've also tested the organic market as well. Just go back to that. You've also tested the organic market. You know that everything that you're doing in your business is what you want it to be. Your clients are there, your books are getting filled, but maybe they're not just, you want a little bit more extra. That's when this can really help. So the difference between a boosting ad, when you boost the ads on Instagram or Facebook, how I ask you, do you want to boost this ad, versus a paid ad. So a boost ad can be very quick, it's the touch of a button, but it limits your targeting. So you can't go, okay, Brisbane, like, you know, you can't target where you are. Brisbane, women, this age group, like things like that. You can't really target your niche, your ideal client. And it also limits objectives. So with Meta now, you can run an ad and it can see all of your past data. How many people have liked your page? How many people have liked your stuff? How many people have followed you? If they've left comments on your things before. It doesn't show all the comments, but it just shows that real trust that you have gained with Meta as well through your audience.
Can I say something on that?
Yeah.
I've been playing with boosting, and if anybody wants to do boosting, I recommend do it from your computer, because if you do it from your phone, there's 2 different paywalls and you get charged more from your phone. So if you want to do it from your computer. So you log into Facebook or Instagram from your computer and boost a post. It has worked for me with gaining new followers by boosting posts on Instagram. I've solely been doing it for that. So if I've created a reel, and whether it's behind the scenes content or just something, like I went to Hair Festival and I was like boxing up things that I was giving away down at Hair Festival, things like that. And, you know, I've been able to grow, I think it was 400 followers within a couple of months just by boosting posts, and I did $5 a day. So that was $5 a day for 7 days I was doing, and just doing one post I was boosting, but I made sure I did it from my computer. So it does work. I tried that and it was working, but with what Laurel Lee's saying is if you're wanting to do, so that was more so for growing followers, I found helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a good point, because like it does work clearly, but it's just if you're wanting to target specifics, that's where it's limited.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, like if you do it from your phone, there's called an Apple tax. So you get something that's on top of your $5 ad. So always do it from Meta or your laptop, never straight from, you know, like when it says, do you want to post this? You're like, yeah, click that. Because that's a little sneaky thing that the internet does. So yeah, it's good for building social proof on your page, but if you're directly wanting to target your ideal client, that's where paid ads come in. And so you get full targeting over that, you know, who you want to target, their behaviors, your lookalike, and you can also retarget your audiences that have maybe come on your page and left. Maybe they, you know, didn't like something, or not that they didn't like something, they just, you know, flew in, flew out, because people do that. They get busy. They don't forget to like it or all of the things, and you can retarget that group of audience, which I can talk about later. But you also want to test multiple creatives as well. So you want to have a couple of ad creatives always running, and you want to also track your leads. So you want to track your data and, you know, make sure that it's working.
That's the boring yet essential part.
It's the boring, but yeah, if you don't know your numbers, then again, like what I said before, you're literally just throwing it at the wall and hoping that it sticks.
Yeah.
You know, but the basics of setting up an ad campaign. So I took a little screenshot here, and this is the 3 levels. Now, when we talk about the campaign structure, the goal you want to achieve, who you're targeting in the budget, and then your creative, whether it be the image or the carousel or your landing page, your offer there. That's where that works into the ad. Now you have your types of campaigns. Now they all have different meanings and different ways that you want to do an ad. So for example, Tanya, you were saying before, you know, you're moving to a new location, or you're having, you know, 3 days in a rent chair and then 2 at home. I would suggest you want to run maybe like a landing page or people to your Facebook group, having new eyes onto that. And you would do that as a traffic ad. And you would simply just have new locate, like I'm just coming on top of my head, but
yeah,
new location, I'm offering this for the, you know, first 2 weeks, find me here. And then you could have different information, or follow your page for more. You can have something like that, something just as basic as that. And I would just run that as $5, and then you would niche it to your area that you said. I know you said Port Macquarie, but the one, Warhope, did you say?
Warhope, yeah.
Yeah. That's where you would niche it, and you can then niche it to, like, you know, the 20 minutes radius as well.
Yeah. So you would just create your ad, say new location, and then where you've got up on the computer, it says choose a campaign objective.
Yeah.
What would that be
You
under?
would either do awareness or traffic.
I see. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because you either want to send people to a website, or you want to, with the traffic one, you want to awareness, was your brand visibility. It's not for booking, it's just simply, here it is, here I am.
Yep.
Where traffic is, this is the thing, this is where I'm going to be, page likes, comments, all of those things. Yeah, you can even put a booking link in there as well. Yeah.
Okay. Does traffic send them to something?
It can, yes. You can have a website there, and you can also have like send them back to your Facebook group if you need it, or your Instagram, wherever you do you.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you have engagement. Engagement is where you want to grow your page likes as well, and you want to do social proof. You can also run just normal ads through that, whether that be a video ad, or you want a landing page, so you're like a funnel, so you have one photo and then you're taking them somewhere else to then book or read more information about a workshop or about you. That's an engagement, and you can have that set up as multiple ways. So you can have people coming into your inbox or sending them somewhere, so you can do those things. A leads campaign, this is something that I am finding really works well for both myself right now and for Angela. You're having your offer, whatever it may be. My background is predominantly video ads, but you're calling out your ideal client, you're telling them the thing that you have, and then you're telling them to fill out your form. And this is just, I do basics, 3 questions, because you don't want to bore the audience as well. And you're pre-qualifying your clientele. You're telling them, you're asking them those questions, for instance, how long have you been in business? What are you hoping to achieve by working with me? And I can't remember the third thing, Ange, but it's pre-qualifying them. So when you reach back out to them, you know exactly what they're wanting from you.
So for someone like Kylie's an expert in like hair thinning and loss and hair extensions. So to put that in perspective for you, like you could have a beautiful photo of beautiful voluminous hair, and someone who's suffering with thinning hair and they want to have, beautiful full hair again. So you could ask them, like, I guess, what their concerns are, what their hair type is like, and are they, like, you could qualify them in some questions, and then it gets sent through to you. And then so you can pre-qualify them, and then you've already got their details. You have their phone number, their email address, and I think that's it. And then just the answers to their questions. And then you get to send out a message directly to them. And you can answer the questions and like talk to them about their hair concerns. Because sometimes, hair concerns like that, someone who's, almost going balding or alopecia and things like that, it's a really touchy
Very
subject.
personal.
Yeah, it's quite personal.
I wouldn't be comfortable reaching out publicly either, so
yeah,
I would be the same. You want
so
it
you
to
could
be
create something that's really touching and heartfelt. So touching on the emotional side as well as the logical side, and giving them information in your ad. But then it's like, here, I understand, and then go through the question thing, and then it gets sent.
Yep. Is that for the leads?
That would be leads.
That part? Yep. Sorry, I'm making notes.
No,
go for it. That's what you need to do.
Absolutely. And I reckon with leads, it creates that personal touch. You've read everything that you want to know about your client, and you're personally going to call them or message them or however you want to contact them, and just connect with them emotionally.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have an idea that maybe we can help you with? with running one of those ads, Sue or Amy?
Sue's going to do some events, like hosting like sip and style events, workshops and things like that
Yeah.
in her home salon. So that would be really great for leads. It would also be great for traffic or engagement. I thought would be really good for her, because then engagement would go straight to her message, like her inbox,
Yes.
or it could be a leads form. So when you're ready to do that, Sue, we can definitely put you in the right direction. You're on mute if you want to say anything.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. It's just fiddling with it all, isn't it? Like, you
Yeah.
know, it's all and find is it actually this? Is this on Facebook, or did I miss that start of it all?
Yeah, what I can do, this is what we do. I can show you exactly. So do you have, Sue, a Facebook business account already set up?
I've started an Instagram one.
Yeah,
I've always had my normal Facebook, but we've started one for just on Instagram. So
sure. Okay, so this is, I'm not too sure. Tell me if this looks familiar. So this is Business Suite.
In
Do you
Facebook.
know this on Facebook?
okay,
And what you do is you would then go to Ads Manager and go to Campaigns. Now this will bring you to how to set up an ad. So this part here, does this look familiar at all to you, Sue?
no, I'll fiddle with it though.
You may have to actually set up an ad account. So
Okay.
this is in the back end of Facebook, and this is where you create all your campaigns, but you have to set it up first. And that is setting up like pretty much these little IDs here, and putting you know, payment information, all of those like nitty-gritty things in there. And if you need help, like, please reach out. I can help you with that.
Okay.
And this is where you would then create your setup. So that picture, you would go create, and then this comes up, and you can hover over it. So awareness, it tells you what it's going to hopefully create for you. Same with traffic, engagement, leads.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So would you create your ad before you go here, or do you do all this and then create your ad?
No, you would create your ad. You would have everything ready,
right,
to put in here.
I think you need a workshop.
Where you would normally go.
We can do that. We can do that. And then this is something that
Oh my God.
Yeah. I can, you know, we can run you through exactly how to set up an ad.
That'd be nice, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know about you other girls, you're all probably techno savvy, but gosh, this is
we all have
another
to start
world.
somewhere.
I'm struggling too.
I've got a son that does marketing. I just always feel that I just leave it to him.
Yeah, they don't help you though.
But this, yeah, you know, we all start somewhere, and it's hard to, like, for me, like, you know, Ange was so great asking me to come and speak to you guys today.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to go over the basics, because if we go over everything, then you'll walk away going, I don't even know where to start, what to do. So what the tangible thing to do today is, like, if you want to run ads, amazing. Next thing to do, you need to think about how you're going to put it out there. So is it you want to do a video ad? Is it you want to do a nice picture, and Kylie, you would, you know, call in your audience of hair thinning and do that on a personal level so that you can collect their information. Tanya, you would then put out, you know, attention, I'm moving to this location, or new in town, or something like that. And then you would come to this part, and then, you know, we can do a workshop, or there is a chance to also work with me as well, one-on-one. So, you know, we just start at the basics.
Sure.
So going back to this, where am I? Here I am.
I think a workshop would be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
We work out what your offer is. So
Yes,
like we get really clear on what your offer is. So build out your offer.
Yeah.
And then it goes into, okay, now let's put it into the ads. Like which ad is going to be, or which ad set campaign type. I got the word wrong. which campaign type is going to be the right one for you. And there is no right or wrong. Like, I've definitely noticed that trial and error is great just to see which one works. And sometimes the ones that you think aren't going to work and the ones that are going to work, it's like the opposite.
100%.
Yeah.
So you just never know what's going to land. So you definitely just have to try.
And that's the thing, like being patient. That's the next thing I want to talk about. Like, you want to be, like I said before, in that mindset of, I'm going to test and trial the ads. So it'll bring me my clientele. And then I can, you know, other than being like, oh, I'll just see how it goes and just see what I get. You need to have that mindset of, it may work, it may not work, but at least then I can find which ones work and work harder to get the right people. Basically, that's what I found as well. When you're coming to tracking, you know, leads, I don't want to go into this too much because, like, for you ladies, it isn't something, you know, we want to think about our offer, create the ad, then look at this. But this is just some of the data here that you can see that is very useful to be able to track it. So, you know, I say don't run with hope, check the numbers weekly, and then have a look back and go, okay, so how many people did I actually get to talk to? How many people are they actually good leads? Because you can also have, you know, not so okay leads, but is that ad bringing you more mediocre leads, or is it bringing you great leads and you just need to tweak it just a little bit just to make, you know, bring it back to what you want? So they're the things that you would look at. So I won't go too much into that because it's just a bit confusing, but you need to look at the numbers.
Okay.
You don't want to be, the most common mistakes that I found was, again, you're throwing stuff out the wall hoping it would stick. You're not calling out your ideal client. You're overcomplicating the message, because especially if I find with a video, you want to just have a short message for them to watch. You don't want to have a massive tangible and expect the reader to read all of that and then sit and watch your video as well, because stats are crazy. 3 seconds, you've got to nail that person. Every 3 seconds. So you'll see, and this is a great thing as well. I'll show you another one. Take interest. Now that you're thinking about ads, you know, how to create them, just when you're scrolling, and I know I don't like to doom scroll and get into that, but have a look and pay attention to what ad stops you. It could be about coffee. It could be about skydiving. It could be about going to Dreamworld or an amusement park. What is it that you went, oh, that's actually really cool? And how can you replicate that, but in your own way as well? Because if it's stopping you, it's stopping everybody else as well. So that's something that I've taken notice of. These are just some words, you know, we don't want to put out there, make money from home. It's great to be at home, like all of those little words. Facebook sometimes, especially now with AI, it can be a little bit funny, especially within the first time that you start running ads. Once you've poured money into, not poured, but, you know, once you've been giving Meta your time, your money, the AI starts to go a little bit less, and, you know, little things don't trip up as much. But from the first time, you know, don't try not to use some of those words, and I can give you those words if you would like to. It's, you know, it's just a copy and paste.
Do they kind of like minimize your reach or ban you? Not ban you, but
they can. They're not ban you. They'll give you multiple warnings, but they'll be like, they'll just reject an ad. They'll say it's either one is like you're too vague, like you're trying to sell something without saying you're selling something. So it can be like I don't know, that I can't remember the word for it. It hasn't happened to me in a long time, but it's like you're just, it knows that, because what it's trying to do, AI, what it's trying to do is stop scams, pure and simple. So if you're just a new ad account putting up a new ad saying all of these things, it'll be like, oh, hang on, let's so just, you know, keep in mind for that at the first base, but afterwards it's pretty good. So this is what I was talking about before. This is called an ad library. So you can just literally Google ad library, and you can just pay note of the person's name. So like for my instance, my business name is called The Ross Effect. So you would type in there The Ross Effect Australia, all ads in here, all ads, and it will bring up all the ads that I have running. And you can watch them, you can see what their primary text is, you can just grab ideas.
Like stalking other people.
Pretty much stalking. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It is.
You can say that there's a brand that you're like, I really like their stuff, and their stuff comes up in my feed all of the time. You could just not copy and paste, but, you know, see what captures your attention and then put it into your own words and your own brand. That's
exactly.
I
And
like
you can also see how long they've been running it for.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing. When you find your winning ad or ads, you want to keep it running. Unless your offer, you know, expires or you've raised your price, you want to keep, it's kind of like a content piece that is like everybody loves it and they keep loving it and they keep on commenting, they keep on, maybe even if it's just free value and it's bringing people new eyes to your page, you want to keep it running because Meta loves it and it's going to keep rewarding it. So then you can see in this ad library how long this person has had an ad running and how successful it is. So that's the tip. And then, yeah, this is the last bit. This is, you know, my hurrah, unless you want to ask me any questions. So, you know, you can work with me. You can ask me any type of questions. What I do is I offer one-on-one. So with Ange, I did this exactly as well. We just hopped on a phone call just like this. We mapped out where you want to go in your business, what you've done, what you haven't done, so I can get a clear understanding because, yeah, you know, it's hard sometimes. You don't know if you're right at the start or maybe you're in the middle, but you just don't know the numbers or how to track it, or you would just like some insight on how I can not make your ad better, but tweaking it. Get clarity, walk you through all of the things. And yeah, it's just $149 for me to have that time with you. And then I can even set up your ads as well in the back end as well. So let me know if, you know, and what I'll do is I'll send Ange, she already has all my personal details. So just message me. I just find it, just message me, time that works for you, time that works for me as well. So yeah, does anybody have any questions or anything they would like help around?
So if you were to sign up and do the $149, is that for you to teach me how to do the ads, but then you can create some as well, or is that an extra thing?
Absolutely. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll map out how you want to create the ad, who you want to target, where you want to target it, and then I'll teach you step by step of how to create that ad for that, like that campaign for that ad. And then I'll help you track it as well. So then you have the tangible to be like, I can do this by myself. But if you ever needed to, yeah, come on.
I was just going to say, so once you sort of work together,
yes,
then I would then have the information to go, okay, I remember how we did that ad, and then I just have new content and follow the step by step.
Yeah, and what we'll do is, yeah, absolutely. And what we'll do is we'll do like a Zoom call just like this. We'll have a note taker, so all of these notes will be for you.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
I definitely found it helped for me because I'm hairdresser, just like you, creative. And when it comes to doing this stuff, it can feel a bit like, where the hell do I start?
Yeah.
So having Laurel Lee just kind of jump in to my back end. So she literally logged into my Facebook ads manager account and did it for me. So I created obviously the language and the messaging. So we need to get really clear on all of that. That's a massive part to this as well. So if you need help with that, I can help you with all of that. And I don't want you just to do a copy and paste of ChatGPT because it's not going to work. And then create like a beautiful photo or an image. You can do that on Canva, or you can just have a beautiful photo of you in your salon, like depending on what the offer or the target audience is, what it is that you're doing. So I kind of created all of those things first. I had things that I knew I wanted to put
Okay.
out there. I just didn't know how to put it together and make it work. It's like, this is what I want to do here, do that. And
Yeah.
then she made that work. So
Yeah.
if you need help with that, obviously we'll do another workshop and we'll teach you exactly how to do it, yourself. But if you're like, this is too much for me, I don't have time, I just want something up and running, Laura Lee can do that for you. So
Yeah.
if you want that help and support, she actually logs in and does it,
That's it.
Yeah.
which is really
That sounds good.
That does sound good.
yeah.
Because
Otherwise,
all
we just
have-
don't do it.
Yeah, and we all have we're busy, right?
Yeah.
We're all busy, successful women, and sometimes I did this recently where I had a landing page. I knew the vision, like I wanted an ad, and then I sent it to my landing page, and then they come to me. I don't know how to do a landing page.
Yeah.
How do I do that? And then I was like spending too much time on it, and it was frustrating me. I was like, I can't do this. And I just went, you know what, Laurie, what is the point of sitting here and going over this, stressing over this, spending days on something, trying to make it stick, when I could pay somebody to do it
Yeah.
and make it be 1,000 times better.
Mm.
And I'm literally giving them everything and going, this is the thing I need help with, make it better.
Mm.
I actually learned how to do a link over the past couple of months, but it's taken me that long to learn how to add a link and things like that. So
Yeah.
it's very
And I guess it
time
comes down
consuming.
to,
Right.
and I guess it comes down to your priorities. I've also found having like what do I need to do now to get, business, followers, clientele, money, versus what can be done, next week. Because that was the thing. If I want the landing page to bring me clients now, well, then I need to address this now.
Mm.
Then leaving it, stressing about it for next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it becomes too hard basket, and you just
then you just don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Hmm.
So I hope that helped. And
Yeah.
yes, I am also open to doing up a workshop, taking you through all of the things as well. That is, me and Ange can look into that.
Yeah, I think that'd be really great. Even just working out how to create an offer yourself, and then just doing a basic, likes campaign or something like that, or another one with booking an appointment with your booking link, to make it really simple and easy for you guys to be able to run an ad yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds good.
Yeah, but it's all done through the Facebook Ads Manager. So when you leave the call today, go into Facebook and have a look.
Yep.
It should be on your sidebar. If you click on it, you'll be able to see Ads Manager. Click on that, and it might ask you some questions. Like Laura Lee said, if it's not set up, you might have to go through some of the prompts to set things up.
Yep.
If not, just try something yourself today. Have a bit of a look through there, have a bit of a play. And yeah, if you've got any questions or you would like some support in running ads yourself, Laura Lee can definitely sort you out with that.
Thank you.
No worries. Have a good week.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.